author and editor of First Things, there was a line that he used several times. He says that the U.S. bishops right now are the Democrat Party in robes. Father Richard Newhouse. Um, it's 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 very sad to see, but there's an incestuous relationship, and I'm using that specific word. There's an incestuous relationship between the U.S. bishops and the federal government, especially the Democrat Party. And it reminds me, again, on a micro level of you look at the movie The Passion of the Christ, and you have Judas Iscariot, who again had this a fake apostle who had this incestuous relationship with the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and he was having these backdoor meetings with them at nighttime. This is what we have right now, and this has been very well documented. This is not conspiracy theories. Lepanto Institute is all over this. Lifesite Institute, good, authentic Catholic investigative reporting has gone into that. They've shown the connections. The fact is, the USCCB at this point, about half of their operating budget annually is about $200 million. That's their operating budget. About half of their operating budget, I've read from very good Catholic investigative reporting, that half of it comes from the federal government. And so, I mean, just think of it. If you're running a business and half of the money that you're taking in your business, you're getting from the federal government, is it a wonder now why the bishops, especially in the big dioceses in LA, New York, some of the bigger dioceses, New Jersey, Chicago, is it a wonder why they're fairly silent on those issues that the church has always called intrinsically evil? That those serious sins, those grave offenses against God, there's silence from a lot of our pulpits, and I'll tell you, you know it as well as I do, and it pains me. It breaks my. I'm not saying this because I'm enjoying saying this. I'm saying this as a broken-hearted son of the church, is that our bishops have basically allowed themselves to be bought. Their silence has been bought. We need our pulpits. We need fire coming out of our pulpits right now, and it's not happening by and large. And that's why, I mean, there's a few here and there, a few exceptions, but that's why the lay people have had to have had to rise up and get involved in forming the Catholic mind, such as with podcasts like this, yours, and so many others, so many Catholic apostolates that are saying, hey, like Samuel, hey, speak, Lord, your servant is listening. Here I am, Lord, send me. That's what we're doing. We're a bunch of little nobodies, lay Catholics, but the fact is, we know that there's a moral obligation at this point to stand up and defend Holy Mother Church, because a lot of our bishops, if not most of them, there's just silence in the pulpits, and their silence has been bought.
Yeah. Who hasn't been bought?